And yep, I'm live, and we will just dive right in. Yes, screen is working and everything seems fine, and we will just begin. So yesterday I was unable to get certbot running, and still today is the same thing. I'm unable to get certbot running. Let's see, certbot, and yep, error. So there was another way, I guess, to get a TLS certificate from Let's Encrypt. What are the other ways to get TLS certificate um, than by certbot? There are several alternatives to certbot to obtain TLS certificate from Let's Encrypt or other authorities. Acme SH, a lightweight and feature-rich shell script. Yep, it is a script for managing a ACME, automated certificate management environment, I guess. It is easy to use and supports multiple DNS providers for DNS based validation. It is an alternative to certbot for those who want a simpler solution. Okay, AKMSH. This is the shell script, I guess. This is it. And so should I just simply run it? Readme, yep. An ACME protocol client written purely in shell, Unix shell language, full Acme protocol implementation, support easy and does not require root, sudo doer access. Okay, and IPv6 is ready. It is probably the easiest and smartest shell script to automatically issue and renew free certificates. Okay, and for Mac, how do I make it work for Mac? Status passing for Mac OS. And okay, DNS verification. Okay, what do I have to do? Do I have to just simply copy it and make it work? Who? Let's go for one of them. Block crash, not secure website. Okay, this script is redirecting me to a website which is not secure, which is not using HTTPS. Supported CA. Let's encrypt. CA certificate authority. How to install? Yay! Yep. Check this repo. Curl this sh and directly give it into sh. Okay. Do I actually want to pipeline this directly to my sh? Nope. Let me copy it somewhere. Okay, get sh tls, not this format. Siri tls certificate, and here. Well, yep, and let's see. Shit, yep, I have to put this into acme.sh and acme.sh, and this is the thing. GitHub, okay, use sh. So this is an executable. Suppose dot slash acme.sh. Permissions. What are the permissions for this file? I have to change the permissions. How do I change that? chmod make the permissions yes, a binary number. I am the owner, so lsl is read write. Okay, chmod 7 and for read is 1444. For acme.sh, is that correct? LSL, that seems like correct. Yep, so acme.sh, and that is working. It is recommended to install scat files. Item would like to administer your computer. Administration can include modifying passwords, networking, and system settings, the operating. Okay, let's just allow and see. Install successful or install from Git. Shit, that was like a better option than running a shell script. CD, okay, and is it? Shit, where is it? Install. Okay, I would have to run the shell script either way. You don't have to be root then, although it is recommended advanced installation. The installer will perform three actions: create a copy, uh, create and copy acme.sh to your home dir. Okay, all certs will be placed in this folder too. All the certificates will be placed in this folder too. Create alias for acme.sh will mean run. Okay, I can just run this script from anywhere. Create daily cron job to check and renew the cert if necessary. Okay, after installation, you must close the current terminal and reopen it to make the alias take effect. Okay, okay, ready to issue certificates now. Show help message. Open a new terminal, close this one. Right, and I'm in the home directory, so there should be ls in the home. What will be the name of the directory? Acme. It is a hidden directory dot acme.sh. Yo, cd.acme.sh, and here are a few things: account.conf, acme.sh, acme.sh.env, deploy, DNS, modify, http header. Okay, after doing this, show help message. This thing. Acme.sh help. Yo, there is quite a bit of help. Acme.sh. That is long. That is actually long. 8,000 lines. Okay, that is long. Yep. Just issue a cert. Example 1, single domain, acme.sh, issue, domain name, and W, and where do I want to issue the certificate. Okay, and acme.sh, issue, domain, W, and example dot. This is the URL, and what is this? Where to store it, or I guess, yep, where to store it, or this W where HTML. Example 2, multiple domains in the same certificate. These are the domains, and store the certificates here. The parameter www.com, or this is the web root folder where you host your website files. You must have right access to this folder. Okay, where I host my server. Second argument, example.com, is the main domain you want to issue the cert for. You must have at least one domain there. You must point and bind all the domains to the same web dir, web root dir. Okay, the certificate will be placed in acme example.com. The certs will renew automatically over 60 days. Okay, install the cert on Apache or this. Okay, I guess then acme.sh, issue domain is logov duck DNS dot org and w slash documents slash programming projects http server. Let's see if that works. Something is happening. Please add debug log for more instructions. See, okay, something bad happened, and I seem to have the certificate. Something like the certificate. Domain is this. API. I don't have the certificate. Okay. What are the permissions? LSL slash users Jatin Raghav documents programming projects http server. And they do not have write permission. Okay, to give them, I wanted to give them write and read permission to all of them. Chmod users Jatin Raghav. Chmod. Okay. What are the permissions that I wanted to give? Read and write to all of the three available. Maybe not the third one, and that is for the global access. So for read 110, which is 6, so chmod 6 and 4. They can only read. Yep, 4. Users documents programming projects http server. Right, that should work. And now acme.sh issue acme.sh issue domain is then raghav.duckdns.org and w users then Raghav documents programming projects http server. Wait, do I have to give in the name of the file that I am serving? Is the web root folder where you host your website files, right? You must have write access to this folder. I do have write access to this folder. Let's see. Using CA, no EAB credentials found for 0SSL. Let's obtain them. Acme is using 0SSL as default. CA now. Please upgrade your account with an email address first. Acme.sh. Okay. Acme.sh. Register account myexample.com. Shit. I do not have myexample.com. I have duck ddns domain. How can I get a certificate for that? Since you are using duck DNS, you can obtain TLS certificate while let's encrypt. Here's how you do it. Use the Acme script. Yes, yes, that is what I did. And then export duck token. Set up your duck DNS path token. Replace your duck DNS token with your actual token. What is my token? Okay, whatever. Issue DNS is DNS, duck DNS, your subdomain name. Install the certificate after successful install. Okay, my duck DNS token. My duck DNS token. Export duck DNS. Here comes my duck DNS token, which is it is in here inside. Yep, this is my token, and that works. After making my token um, environment variable, I have to do duckdns my subdomain dot duckdns.org acme.sh IWC issue and DNS duck DNS duck DNS and D for domain and dot duckdns.org. Let's see unknown DNS. Oh, yes. 2 dashes. My bad. My absolute bad. Let's see. ECMAScript is using this and a register account. What is that? Where does it want me to register my account or something? If you're trying to register an Acme account using this, the command you use mostly is correct. However, Acme should automatically register an account the first time you request a certificate. But if you want to explicitly register on your account, you can do this. What this command does, this register account registers a new account with Let's Encrypt or another Acme provider. Okay, it should do that automatically. Okay, if I add debug, I will see more stuff. Okay, this OpenSSL. Okay, how to read this thing? No EAB credentials found for ZSH. Okay, and till this line, everything is amazing. On issue error, please add this and this. Let me add log to see maybe some stuff. Please check for log file for more details. Okay, and I'm inside this acme.sh.log acme.sh.log, right? And error started after, at which point did the error start? Config file is empty, cannot read CAE tab key. Config file is empty. DuckDNS does not contain Apache. I'm not using Apache or anything else. Config file is empty, cannot read CA key hash. CA key hash, certificate authority key hash. Config file is empty and stuff. All I want is a certificate. Anaconda provider. I don't even know what the heck is happening. Using CA this on before issue. Domain name is this. Check all DNS does not contain no duck. DNS duck does not contain number. No. Verify registration. key unknown parameter account email. And they should display my email. If using a different Acme server, optional this default. Okay, to get a certificate, I have to register to Let's Encrypt, and Acme does that automatically when I run the cert command for the first time question mark. Yes, that is correct. How Acme register account works in acme.sh. When you run acme.sh issue for the first time, acme.sh automatically registers an account with Let's Encrypt on the configured ACMA provider. If you haven't manually registered an account before, it will do so silently in the background. You don't need to run account to register. How to check this? You need to upgrade your email using this new email, example email. What happens during registration? Acme.sh creates a private key for your Acme account. It registers the key with the Let's Encrypt or another Acme server. Let's Encrypt associates this key with your email for notifications. Okay, does this email can be on any domain, or does I guess it can be on any fucking domain. Acme.sh. It says to acme.sh register account mjrag137@gmail.com. That should work. It is doing something. Registering account 0 SSL registered. Okay, acme.sh issue, and let's see. The domain key is here. I got a key. Single domain jitraghav.dns.org, and trying to add and is 0 sleeping for 20 seconds. Let's check each DNS record now. Sleeping for 20 seconds first. Okay, trying to add txt record. Txt record has been successfully added to your DNS domain. Note that all subdomains under this domain use the same txt record. Let's see. All six succeed verifying jitanraghav.duck DNS processing. The CA is processing in order. Wait. Success removing DNS record. Order status is processing. Let's sleep and retry. Okay, let's finalize. Sleep for 15 seconds and then start. Polling order status. Order status is processing. Let's sleep and then retry. Shit. The music was too loud for you guys, I suppose. If anyone is watching, that is. 1 second, and here we go again. Polling status and downloading cert. I have the certificate. Begin certificate, end certificate. Your certificate is in Jatin Raghav, Acme, DNS, and Jatin.ecc.cert. Okay, this is a file, this is a directory. Here I have a bunch of things. Full chain cert. Okay, my certificate is in this .org.cert, and my key is in this. My intermediate CA is in this CA.cert, and full chain certificate is in this. Okay, so now I have a certificate, a bunch of certificates. Full chain cert, CA.cert. begin certificate, end certificate. Okay, maybe I should not show this. Begin certificate, end certificate, begin certificate, end certificate on like DNS, link order, a bunch of stuff, Lee alt node, web root, and CSR, csr.conf. That is a format and not key. I ran the acme.sh script successfully, and now I have a certificate. That what are the things that a certificate has? Mine has a bunch of files which contain keys and some config. Great, now that you have a TLS certificate from acme.sh, count files in your certificate directory. When acme.sh generates a certificate, it typically follows this your domain.key. Okay, that is the key. This thing is then the key, is the private key used by our server to establish a secure connection. Must be kept secret. Okay, I will not show anyone. This key. Don't see this key. Then your domain.csr certificate sign request.csr. Do I have something called .csr? Yep, I do have CSR and CSR config. Certificate signing request. A request sent to Let's Encrypt to issue the certificate contains your domain and public key. My domain and public key. It only has one thing, and there is the config. Subject alt name DNS. jatanraghav.duckdns.org. Distinguished name. Distinguished name. Your domain name.cer or crt issued certificate, the actual certificate file provided by Let's Encrypt and used by our server. .sir. This is the actual certificate file. Okay, and .sir or pem full chain. Full chain. I have full chain dot this something which has about 3 keys. Full certificate chain includes your certificate plus the intermediate certificate used in most configuration. C.sir or pem certificate authority certificate. This intermediate certificate used by Let's Encrypt to verify your credentials. Your domain.config stores metadata about your issued certificate like a renewal and stuff. Private key used by the server to encrypt and decrypt files must be kept private and never shared. Certificate signing request. Your domain.csr contains your domain name and public key. Contains my domain name and public key .csr. Okay, used during certificate insurance but not needed after getting the certificate. During certificate insurance but not after the certificate. My domain.cer. I want CSR. Not CSR, this thing. That is just one key and value pair. Full certificate. For Nginx and Apache, most web servers get full chain.pem as certificate, and this for CHTTPS servers certificate and private key optional. Okay. Next is tips. Configure your web server. Do I have Chrome job project? Cron tab L certificate MD. Yep. Yes, I do have it. Shit, there must be a lot of hellos in there. Slash user slash Raghava ls output dot text. Yep, there are a bunch of hellos. Shit, there are quite a bit of hellos. Starting from 982 till this. Okay. Chrome tab dot e. I can safely remove this or the bot. Renew, yep, remove this and DNS, maybe keep that one. Yep, allow. Item is fine. Now that I have a certificate, okay, what I understand is that I have, so basically I have a public key and a private key, some metadata about my domain, and a key to renew my certificate after expiry. Right, and no, let's see. Yes, exactly. Our certificate setup consists of public key, private key, metadata, ACME account key stored by acme.sh used to provide ownership and renew your certificate. Yes, I need help to set up my HTTPS certificate, HTTPS server. But before that, one more thing, a few more things. So when a client receives an HTTP receives a certificate, do they verify that? With some third party DNS server? Not exactly. When they receive a TLS certificate from your server, it does not check it against a DNS server. Instead, it verifies the certificate using a chain of trust. Here is how it works. When a client receives a TLS certificate, when a client connects to your HTTP server, it performs these checks. Check the certificate validity. Is the certificate expired? Is the certificate issued for the correct domain? Is the certificate properly signed? Verify the certificate chain. The certificate, your domain.crt or fullchain.m is signed by an intermediate certificate provided by Let's Encrypt. The intermediate certificate is in turn signed by root certificate trusted by the operating system or browser. Check the root certificate authority. Browser and operating system have a built-in list of trusted root CAs. Example, Let's Encrypt or DigiCert, etc. If the root certificate in the chain is trusted, the certificate is considered valid. Does a client DNS? So indirectly, yes, the client does a DNS lookup to resolve your domain, example, your domain to the IP address, but it does not check DNS to verify the certificate itself. However, some additional security features do use DNS, like certificate authorization. Certificate authority authorization records prevent unauthorized CAs from issuing certificates for your domain. DNS based authentication. What if the certificate is not trusted? If the certificate, okay, these are the ways that it checks the validity of a certificate. Check the cert. Okay. How does the client check all of these? Does uh, does the only info it has comes from the certificate? Yes, the client like a branch checks all of these using only the information in the certificate and its own trusted CA store. It's checking the certificate is expired. How the certificate obtains two timestamps, not before, not after, not before, not after. The client compares the current system time against these timestamps, where in the certificate inside the validity section. Okay, if the current date is outside this range, the certificate is rejected. Checking if the certificate is issued for correct domain. How the client checks if the domain it is connecting to matches to the domain list in the certificate. Where in the certificate inside the SAN file, this if requested domain is not in SAN file, the certificate is rejected. Older certificates used CN checking if the certificate is properly signed. How the certificate is digitally signed by a certificate authority. The certificate verifies the client verifies signature using CA's public key. Wherein the certificate again the I have something, let's encrypt. The client checks if the signature is valid, the CA is trusted, root. So where does the client got the CA list? Okay, so the first two can be forced, but the last one, that is checking the certificate, the last one, that is checking the CA's sign, is the one that can be forced and thus the most authoritative question mark. Mhm. Exactly. Okay, that is cool. Now, how can I set up a DDNS server? How can I set up a HTTPS server? How can I set up a HTTPS server in C with my certificate? Let's see, without using with using a library. Let's encrypt. Yep, setting install OpenSSL. If not installed, since you are on Mac, OpenSSL should be installed. To install OpenSSL, locate your certificate and key. After running Acme, you should have the following files: cert.pem, key.pem, and full chain. Yep, I have them. Use full chain as the certificate to include intermediate certs. Use key as the private key. Okay, write HTTPC server code program, projects dir https server https cd https server server.c, and inside I will include a bunch of things and port 443, not this. Oh, use 443 for production. This is for testing. Cert file and key file, and then a function that calls two functions. All right, OpenSSL load string, OpenSSL and SSL algorithm, mhm, and a function that returns SSL CTX, then SSL CTX pointer equals SSL CTX new with TLS server method. Then if not CTX context. CTX, I've heard CTX before. CTX full form in internet technology. CTX corporate trade exchange. Maybe, I don't know. Corporate clear to send context cloud. Then I write another function, then another function. Then comes my main function. which init open SSL gets context. Okay, ctx is context. And then configure context. Okay, configure context is this. This configures context. And then init server fd. I create a socket with this, and yep, I check if socket was created. Then I create configure the address dot syn family equals this dot this equals this, and then I bind both of them. Struct this equals syn family dot. Wait, can you just do it? This does not make sense. This thing, whatever binding, server binding is struct dot pointer for addr 8, but addr I didn't. Yes, I did say addr here. So this in this I am okay. Okay, that makes sense. Then the size of addr. Okay, then binding up, then listening while one client every accept anything on the server. Then do my stuff, check, and then SSL context. SSL pointer equals SSL new CTX, and then SSL set SSL client FD. Then if SSL accept SSL, do this else this, and if it is less than 0, okay, and then handle client SSL, provide in the SSL. I will just first just simply copy this thing. Why this doesn't exist? Open SS shell. It actually does not exist. Brew install open SSL. To install open SSL. That much should be enough. It is downloading open SSL. Then here path has to change. Slash users slash slash dot acme dot sh slash dot dns, and this is the full thing, right? Full chain dot cert. Yep, it is the full thing, and then this one is the key thing. User slash Jatin Raghav slash dot acme dot sh Jatin Raghav, and key dot key. Brew reinstall OpenSSL 3. OpenSSL is already installed. OpenCL, OpenGL, but OpenSSL is not there. Brew reinstall OpenSSL. Just OpenSSL. What are the other things that are giving error? This thing called to undeclared function. Okay, but that function is declared, I guess. Oh, it is undeclared because OpenSSL is not brought in, is not imported. Right, right. These functions are because of these errors, and SSL read. Yep. Yep, it is reinstalling OpenSSL. OpenSSL dot h and error dot h error handle. Yeah, it is installing. So SSL is a library, and it will handle the TLS connection, and I will only have to handle the HTTP thing. Now it should work, I guess. Open SS. Fuck. Open SSL does not exist. Brew install open SSL. Yep, I did install open SSL. Let me exit and then go again. Even though I don't think it might make any change. Include open up. Open SSL does not exist. Open directory. But inside open directory, SSL does not exist there. Okay. Open wrappers. Open directory. Nope. I want how to download it. Open SSL. Yep. Version. Open SSL is a command and open SSL. Standard commands message digest. Okay, these are the message digest MD4, MD5, and SHA-256. SHA-256. Okay, these are the message digest commands. See the DGST command for more detail. Open SSL DGST, that is doing something. uh, uh, Open SSL does not exist, question mark, due to some reason. Yes, OpenSSL is installed, but it is not being imported in C. Yes, I can do which OpenSSL. Which OpenSSL. It is in homebrew bin OpenSSL. And alright, libraries. Check if OpenSSL headers and libraries exist. Ls this lib.ssl cd/opt/homebrew binary homebrew lib slash open ssl. Yeah, ssl modules, OSSL modules. Complicated on Mac OS. If you are getting a fatal error, open SSL nozzle file or directory error. Does the OpenSSL library exist? I don't know. Yep. No matching file. Nope. Nothing. Nothing of the sort. Then HTTP server in GCC. I have to run this command, which will do GCC. This thing. What is this thing? This is HTTP server dot C. O output this, and I OpenSSL include OpenSSL lib. If you are getting fatal, not error. SSL in crypto. Add OpenSSL to the path. But the binary does not exist for OpenSSL. Well, no, the binary does exist, and it is also a part of the path. OpenSSL does exist as a binary and is working in the terminal, but it is not showing up in C libraries. Let's see. Okay, got it. If OpenSSL is available as a binary, meaning you can run OpenSSL, but it is not showing in C, the issue is likely related to missing or incorrect library paths during the compilation process. Let's Add this brew prefix OpenSSL. If you install OpenSSL using Homebrew, it's often installed on non-default locations. Yep. Then I got a prefix. Typically, this will run something like this. This will return something like this. Brew prefix OpenSSL Homebrew opt OpenSSL 3, right? And for M1 and M2 Homebrew, yep, this is what it returned. Specify OpenSSL include and library in GCC. Okay. If OpenSSL is installed as this, as found by this, you should compile it something like this. OpenSSL set environment variables optional. For Apple Silicon, they do this brew opt OpenSSL 3 path. I want to include OpenSSL in the standard path so that when I include it, my LSP knows that it exists and doesn't give me any errors. Let's see. To include OpenSSL in your standard path so that your LSP language or protocol knows where to find the errors and libraries. You need to set the correct environment variables and make sure OpenSSL is available in default system include library paths, and this will help the LSP recognize the OpenSSL library without needing to specify custom path during compilation. Find OpenSSL installation path group prefix OpenSSL. This will give it to me. Yes, I know. It will probably give this. Yep, it does give me this. Set standard include path and include and library paths. Next, add OpenSSL to the standard system paths by setting the appropriate environment variables for Mac OS. Especially with Homebrew, OpenSSL is not installed in the default system directories, so we need to point the system to the correct directories for compiler. And LSP to find OpenSSL. Edit your shell configuration and add these commands. Export LD flag this for silicon. ZSH. C aliases. Yep. Right. Delete this one. A new terminal. Completely new terminal. Two of them actually. Programming CD projects HTTPS CD HTTPS server ls and server.c. Is it giving me error? Yes, kind of. Um, OpenSSL still does not exist. Okay. Refresh your configuration. I did that. Verify the changes. Test SSL and make the output this for this and this and this. This command will lower. Ensure the LSP configuration is correct. Compile commands. Okay, the yield LSP index. I forgot how to do anything with the LSPs on where it is even running. I don't know. Bash file. Due to some reason, I feel like I am low on energy. I don't know why. It is just morning. Verify the paths are correct. Yep. Fucking hell. So now the problem that we are facing is that have no access to open SSL in my C language. I am still getting error that OpenSSL doesn't exist as a library in C. Yep. Okay, there might be a few things. Run this. Alright. Let's see. Let me run this, and yep, they exist. There are things like that. And brew reinstall OpenSSL. I did that. Check compiler and LSP settings. GCC this and this. Test the compilation. Alright, let me just ignore the error given to me by, by the LSP and just compile it. OpenSSL slash OpenSSL slash SSH slash ssl.h and wait, I'm not getting any error for this one. Yeah, I am getting error for that one too. Wait, what? Why is this read only? Hey, what? Server LSL. It is also right for me. That is I can write. Why is it fucking read only file? chmod 664 for server.c. Server.c. Okay, attention, there was a file, so edit anyway, quit, abort, recover, delete it. Yep. Now it is working, and I want to compile this. And how do I compile this? I compile this using GCC testcon for Apple Silicon. This command GCC compile this file http. No, that is not what it is called. Compile https server.c and send the output to https server to a file called server, and I is something include something. Let's see. It has compiled dot slash server is listening on port 443. Okay, server.c. Okay, and I guess I will continue to see these 443 not applying GCC the above command and run the server. Server is listening now. Postman. Hey, music over. Interstellar then. Postman time. Like this, then I kind of in the background of the camera. HTTPS. Now, should it work? It should. Suppose https.dns.org. Taiwan. Okay. Well, the server is listening. Is it the domain name? cd https server. Okay, I messed up, I suppose. chmod 764 for http server. Yes, and do the same for HTTPS server, right? CD HTTP server, right? And then here on the server, it means HTTPS to HTTP. I should get a response. Perfect. A response that is. It is listening on port 80. Okay, so I guess the problem is in config env grep inet. This is the new domain which has zero end 03. Let's see. Yep, it is 02, and it was updated 37 minutes ago. So it is. I guess the shell script is working. Shell script is working. cd duck cd programming nothing document programming duck dns ls sh duck dot sh. Yep, where is it pointed to now? And points to the current one. Update it, and now it should work. Should get a response. Do get a response. Now, if I were to do this, https https server dot slash server, run this server and send https request. Receiving timeout. It happened very fast. Yep, it is happening very fast. 44344. 443 is the place where HTTPS server runs. Handle client. What does this do? Handle client. Next, yep, here handle client. What is this? Read, right? Read and shut down SSL due to some reason. Read and write and send. Hello HTTP. And what is 51? Okay, so SSL write does exist. Why am I not getting any error for SSL write? SSL write. SSL library. Open SSL library. That is too bright. Humans, everyone should have access to security and privacy tools, whoever they are, or whatever their personal beliefs are, as a fundamental human right. Okay. Please, where can it? Roadmap. OpenSSL releases. Okay, that is how they are released. That is an animation. April 2032. They have future plans. It's 2030. And the table below and releases, including their release dates and about date. Release date. Okay. And they have plans till 27. That is cool. The latest is stable long-term support. Shit, why is it not working? Well, apart from the obvious billions of errors. Okay, this is going to take time, and I'm ending my stream right now. I will do this offline, off the camera, slowly, shortly, and at my own pace. Yep. Why?